of the past decade writing books about him. Bob, I'm curious about where you think this country is as we move towards a second Trump term.
Well, I think it's going to be a great test for lots of institutions, including the media. Yesterday morning, I had over for breakfast Will Lewis, who's the CEO of the Washington Post, Matt Murray, who's the editor. They are committed to being very aggressive, to look at what Trump might be doing. But I think the motto is no cheap shots, that we have to be really steadfast in the reporting, but get out some of the politicalization of the commentary and stick to the facts. I know they're committed to doing that. The Washington Post is a strong institution, and I think in coming months is going to get stronger.
So speaking of facts, let's talk about some of the things Donald Trump said during the campaign, some of the promises he made. And based on your reporting, based on your knowledge of Donald Trump as a leader and as someone who lost the election in 2020, but said he should have stayed in power. What should Americans make of Donald Trump saying that he was going to arrest Liz Cheney or put her in front of a firing squad, that he was going to arrest Mark Milley, that he was going to shut down CBS News? I could go on and on. There are, of course, 1,000 things that he said that many people found shocking. Right now, you have people in and out of government trying to figure out, was that just Donald Trump on the campaign trail talking, or should he be taken at his word? Because his own supporters said, oh, he doesn't mean any of that. He's just saying that to rev up the crowd. I'm curious, based on your knowledge, if you were Mark Milley or you were Liz Cheney or you were CBS News, would you be worried right now?
Well, of course you're going to be worried. Trump hasn't changed. I spent the last year of his presidency interviewing him for 9 hours, how he handled the coronavirus, and it was tragic. He doesn't understand lots of things. He likes to smash things up, and he's in for a fight. There's a lot of hand wringing in the Democratic Party now. The Democratic Party needs to come back to life. The news media is going to be there. There's going to be that tradition of accountability. I know your network, the other television networks. So we're going to have a fight, but let's keep it factual. Again, theme from at least what I'm going to try to practice is no cheap shots. At the same time, the aggressiveness of the reporting is going to be endless. It is going to be monumental. We're going to be measured. When I say we, the news media, but the country is going to be measured by how do we deal with this. He is somebody, I got to know him well, and he just does not understand lots of things. Does he have people that he will bring in who will maybe help him understand?
No. So, Bob, you say you had time, and that's why I'm asking you these questions. So, again, when Donald Trump says that he's going to put the military and the National Guard out to arrest people like Nancy Pelosi and the next senator from the state of California, is that, again, based on your knowledge of Donald Trump, is that a credible threat? Is that a credible concern? Or is this just hyperbole, as a lot of Trump supporters say, oh, he just says that, he doesn't really mean it? Based on your knowledge, what is it?
Well, there are a lot of people in that example in the military who are just not going to do it. They will not go along with extra.
But I'm asking about Donald Trump. I'm asking about Donald Trump. If you don't want to state an opinion, I can move on, Bob. But I'm asking you, based on your knowledge of Donald Trump, I'm asking you to just report the news here, to give us insight, because you have better insight. Are these credible threats at this point, or was that just Donald Trump trying to whip up his crowd by talking about the military arresting Democrats?
But Joe, you're asking me to predict the future. We can't predict the future. No, I'm asking for your insights. Who he is.
I know who you are. So if somebody asks me about Bob Woodward's reporting, do you think Bob has it right? I go, yeah, because I know that Bob does multiple sources. If somebody asked me about Jen Psaki and asked me something, I would take my experience knowing Jen Psaki, and I would say, no, you can take that to the bank, that what she's saying is the case. I'm just saying, when a guy that's running for president says he's going to use the military to arrest Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff, all I am asking is, based on your knowledge of him as a reporter, based on how he governed, should those people be seeing that as a credible threat right now?
Yeah, indeed worried, because there is immense, as we know, concentration of power in the president. He can do all kinds of things. I know those generals. I know somebody like Secretary of Defense Austin. He's not going to be pushed around. Now, Trump will find somebody else to do it. These institutions are strong. Trump is going to run into them, and it may be a fight. Okay, let's have a fight about it. I know these people, particularly in the military, they are not going to be pushed around, and they will be in the Oval Office, if he will have them, and say, you can't do this. You should not do this. And now, is Trump going to be Trump? Quite possibly.
Right. Well,
but
Trump's going to be Bob. Trump is going to be Trump with immunity.
Well, immunity in what way? Not immunity
from the Supreme Court.
Well, no, not fully yet. Look, he's not going to get immunity for the people who are there. There's strength in it. You're exactly right. He may power over all of this, and he may try. He also may, let's have a path of optimism here. He's going to realize that he's got an opportunity to do some of the things. Rhetorically, he talks about being president of all the people. We'll see. But this is going to be a fight, and don't worry about it being a fight, because the people and the institutions are stronger. And can he overpower them? Can he use the power of the presidency to destroy our Constitution and our legal system? We get to watch and see what that effort might be. But let's not kid ourselves. He's dangerous. He is somebody I've spent hours interviewing, just does not understand things, does not understand the responsibility of the president. Is he going to learn? I mean, I'm really interested. Who's he going to appoint as his Secretary of Defense, his Secretary of State, his national security advisors? Those will be clues. But don't be afraid of a knockdown, drag-out fight, if that's what we're going to have. We've had them in the United States before. I know this, you know this, there are a lot of strong people out there who believe in the rule of law and the U.S. Constitution.
All right, Bob Woodward, wise words. Thank you so much for being with us. As always, we greatly appreciate it. So, Jonathan Lemire, a couple of things.